Alright, I am changing the oil on my ER-6N. It's an 09 model. This is a stock Kawasaki oil filter. And it doesn't work. Anyways, it's a 16097-0004. Sometimes they're different. The first one was in high flow when I bought her. I flew down and picked her up and rode her back. That was a year ago, I think. And that's pretty much it. I think this is only the second time I've changed the oil since I've owned her, because I hardly get to ride her. I will be going with the Pure Later Gold. PL is the gold, or the P. Without the gold, I think it's just an L there. So, same thing. This is supposed to filter more. I get it because it has this grip here, and it's a lot easier to get off, even when I have to use that wrench, the cup wrench. It allows it to grip it easier. This bike is actually pretty easy because you got a ton, or not a ton, but you got a lot more room. My VFR, I've got, the engine's a lot bigger, and I got, since the radiator's on the side, I got cooling lines and stuff, and there's like a triple cooling line right here, and so I have to use the 14612. It's I think it's about an inch shorter. It's about that size, maybe a little bit shorter than that. But I was just showing the comparison of the two. This one's, I think, 3 1/4, and so I'll get a little bit more filtering with that, a little bit more surface area. Let's walk over here. Look at all that dirt. I had it outside cooling off, and I didn't realize the dirt was in the air. And man, that stuff, it's really like sand. They plow a lot around. There's a lot of cotton fields, so yeah, that sucks. So, let's see. This is the Pure Later, and you can see, look at that, plenty of room. Let's see if I just touch it right there. Oh yeah, man, you got about 2 inches to the first one. It looks a lot wider on the camera, but there's probably 2 1/4 inches to the first pipe, and then I don't know, 4 or 5 inches to the second one. So, and it's pointed down, so you'd actually clear it, man. You could use a really long one. Of course, the heat off the pipe there probably wouldn't be good for it. So this would probably be the longest I'd recommend, even if you could find a longer one. Crap, I got it dirty. I will be putting in what I put in my VFR. I had the Kawasaki dyno oil in it. Before that, is this? I can't even remember if this is my second or third oil change. I thought I changed it when I got back. I know the last time was the Kawasaki oil. Maybe I changed it twice with the same. I can't even remember. I have to look it up. But anyways, I got a huge deal on this stuff, so I got a lot of this, so I'm gonna use it. This is Rotella T6. This is the full synthetic version. It only comes in a 540. I wish it came in a 1040 or even a 1540, but I know I went on a 6-day trip through 5 states on my VFR with it, and it didn't use a drop. Of course, my VFR doesn't burn any oil, so that's a plus. So this will be the first synthetic in this engine. I have, let's see how many miles I have on her. And no, it's not 318. Oops. Let's see. I have 3716. it's plenty enough. I was gonna wait till 5, but whatever. It'll be fine. It hasn't burnt any of the. It was right on that second line when I just dumped this dyno oil, so I think it should be fine. I'll watch it. Always keep my eye on the oil level. If it starts using it, I'll run its course, add if I need to add any, and then go back to dyno. I mean, it's not gonna hurt going one round with synthetic, and if it doesn't work out, you know, you can go back to dyno. Same thing with my old engine I had in my vehicle. It used oil from anyways, but I went with like a synthetic. I went with a full. What was it? I think it was a semi-synthetic oil. I can't remember which one. And oh man, it just drank that stuff. It was just too thin. Same, you know, it was the same gear, oil weight and all that. It just didn't like it, and so, you know, I went back to dyno oil, and you know, it went back to its usual consumption. And of course, I don't have that same engine. I have a better engine now, so I run the Rotella T5. It's a 10W30 semi-synthetic blend. I use that now, and it likes it. It's not using any, so that's good. Changed that yesterday. It'll be the second time running that on that engine, and I probably have. I know I have over 10,000 on the rebuild on that. Like I said, I don't have 4,000 quite yet on this, but it'll be alright. And then my VFR, I have over 50,000 miles now. Yay. And it's been running synthetic ever since I've owned it. Which was, oh, how many miles was it? I think it was 24,000 miles on it. I got 23,000. I'll look it up. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I was gonna show that. Oh, here's one thing. I went to go look to try to find a magnetic drain plug for my VFR, which I couldn't find. If you go to AutoZone or whatever, and you find the old drain plugs, I think the company's called Dorman. If you look on the back, it says Dorman, but on the front, it's they're like yellow with the plastic and the plug sitting there. On the front, it says like oil tight, or in the O, and the oil is like an oil drop or some stupid stuff. They have a bunch. These are 12 millimeter, and everyone pretty much has a 12 by, with the magnet, they have a 12 by 1.75 threads. My VFR is a 12 by 150, and I'm about to see what this is. So let's take a look. I'm sure it's going to be the exact same, so they won't have it. I'll have to get online and see if I can find one, because I really want a magnet. If I can't find one, I'll just see, that's got a nice crevice there. I'll just get one of those shiny magnets, and man, I don't know, I guess JB welded on there. I don't really want to. I'd rather find a nice cylinder like the ones you buy, and it has that nice cylinder magnet. I'd like to find a magnet like that. Take this to a machinist, have them drill it out, and press that magnet in. I'd rather it be like that. I wouldn't have to worry about it coming out. I just like to have magnets on these. Just, you know, if there's anything floating around, at least it'll catch something. And it's get an indicator letting you know that there's something there. So I can't hold this, so got you on my belly here. Let's see, this is 1.5 thread, and yep, it's a 1.5 thread, so that sucks, because they do have the 14 millimeter by 1.5 with the magnet, and that's my vehicle uses that. This is a 12, 14 would be too wide, so I could, if I wanted to, I could take the oil pans off. Of course, this is that would be more of a hassle. Taking the oil pans off, tapping it to the and having it threaded to the 14 millimeter, 14 by 1.5, which that's more of a pain. I mean, I'm not that in dire need of one, but oops. There we go. Of course, there's not a whole lot of meat on this one to do that, so I probably wouldn't recommend that. So I will just do the internet search and see if I can find some. Hell, maybe even eBay has them. I haven't even looked. So those will have to go on the next oil change. I was really hoping to have those. I guess 12 by 1.5 is an odd ball. Of course, all those drain plugs are really for cars, and they had some pretty huge ones. They had like some 30 millimeter ones or something. So I don't think they were really thinking of bikes when they did it. But anyways, that's my update. Nothing's changed other. Still got the crash bars. Still got the markings from the tump over. As you can tell, it's just the bar. It did a real good job. It didn't touch the tank, which I'm extremely glad, because that's steel. It's not a cover like some of the sport bikes. Didn't touch any of this. All it did was touch this. Oh man, just barely touched that. And just a little there, and let's see, that folded up. Oh yeah, you can just barely see it there, and right there, and that's right here. This is the worst. I'm concerned. I'm not worried about the bar ends or that. I mean, like that, I could get some like 2000 grit sandpaper on that. I could probably do that. I'll just take it off and have it. I'll probably take them off. So this is painted. I'll take them off and take them to have them powder coated. This is the main worry, because the whole grab bar. I guess I really didn't want to fix that. I was hoping if these scratches right here were more right here, just all right here, I am gonna buy those pucks that you can put right there, and that would just cover it, but that'll still show. If I decide to sell, I don't want someone going, oh, it's a scratch, it's a scratch. No. That's it. I'm running out of time. So, see y'all later.